Remember playing on the playground growing up? How the tire swing and the twirly slide and the tetherball pole weren't just places to play, but landmarks on a larger map shared with your friends. A clubhouse that seemed to extend far beyond the prying eyes of playground monitors. Secret nooks that smelled of rubber, mulch, and wet lumber. Magical worlds like those really stick with me, as they do my partner, Zesmo Quarro. My name is Penreach, and together we work as investigators and intermediaries between this world and one we call Artarium, a land not unlike Tartaria, not unlike Atlantis, not unlike Middle-earth, a beautiful blend of towering elemental temples, travelers' markets, miles-high antennas sizzling with magical current, dirigibles in the air and tall ships on the water, and a triumphant capital city bedecked in the gleaming gold of Ignelio, the Great Celebrant. When we began this journey, living 700 miles apart, we believed we were creating Artarium, and maybe we were, maybe we are. It's still difficult to say. But as we worked to visualize a place we could create art together remotely, it seemed to be building itself. The more stories we wrote, the more items we sold, the more coinkydinks, what we call synchronicities, we experienced. The more we set our feet in the world through meditation, the clearer the map became. You could say it stands to reason. Being so immersed in a creative world as a writer and artist, you're bound to begin seeing your characters out in the world. But it was more than that. The story felt like it was several steps ahead of us, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow through the marsh and woods. It began with an alphabet, a secret code for sending letters. We put those characters on a deck of playing cards, along with some of our favorite magical stones. The characters themselves seemed to come to Zesmo in a dream, a trance over FaceTime. Likewise, their stories came to me, their correspondences and connections. We called it the Codex Artarium. We've been building on their foundation ever since. There's a great deal more story to catch up on, but we'll have to begin where we are and find time to circle back when we can. Today's quest is just too pressing. For months now, the devil and the high priestess have been calling, through the cards of Vadnusa and Lovakara in our deck, and we've been hot on their trail. They summoned us down to Ohio to open our eyes to a whole new divination system we call cinemancy. The past few months have been an endless journey through the gateways between Artarium and the creative worlds of Twin Peaks, Middle-earth, and the Holy Mountain. Finally, the devil and his muse dragged us back home to Detroit, to the gates of Greenfield Village, to the place we'd talked about starting this investigation years before. We just had to wait for the last few lenses to slide into place. And the pair threw in one last amazing twist with the addition of dice to our divinatory lineup through their own devil and high priestess game. We believe Greenfield Village may be an energetic engine, a place where we might be able to tap in more directly to the spirit of Artarium by stepping back in time, not just to our own childhood through card and dice games, but back to the days where invention and innovation were king, where voices could be heard in the crackle of the wires, where yard rocks could be refined and used to record music on never-before-seen machines crafted by hand. Anything was possible. It was that muse that drove them. In the clapboard and brick, the glass and steel, and deep into the soil that muse dwells. And we believe it will provide us with a portal into Artarium, our own creative heart. For the foreseeable future, we will be investigating the energies of Greenfield Village and creating art and story from within this unique space, opening a few windows to smell the flowers of Artarium as we look for points of connection, meet the characters, and map out the engine Ford dreamed up all those years ago. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to hop the train with us and explore Artarium through the lens of Greenfield. We'd love to have you along. AP and ZQ.